Hey guys, welcome. We're doing a read for today. Today is September 3rd. Wow, it's so crazy that I'm saying today is September 3rd. We're utilizing the Neoteric Feminine deck, and I'm going to do a spread of 12. You know how I always do. I'm like, are you guys having a great day? I hope so. I was excited to read today just to kind of see what we're walking into for the first week in September. I see this as new beginnings energy, just walking into all newness altogether. So the first thing that we pulled is the Three of Swords, which has to do with grief, separation, sorrow, upset, loss, and trauma. So maybe you're reflecting on that in regards to the heart space, and that could be anything. The next thing that we receive is Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is balancing resources, adaptation, resourcefulness, flexibility, stretching resources. So it's talking about your financial, taking a quick, better look at your finances, making sure that you're using it for what it needs to be used for, and stretching finances in the best way possible. The next thing that we receive is the Queen of Pentacles. This has to do with generous energy, nurturing, homebody, good business sense, practical, comforting, welcoming, sensible, and luxurious. So these are all things I think we're walking into. As I talked about, we're in the last quarter of this year. So you're kind of shaping up what needs to be looked at, revisiting the books to say, and just making sure that everything is all together as it needs to be. And usually we do that in the last quarter of a year because we're walking into a new year, so we want to make sure that we're prepared for that. We also received the Nine of Wands, which has to do with the last stand, persistence, grit, resilience. So it's asking for you to be resilient. You're nearing your success. So that's why I'm saying, like, that heartbreak, separation is the energy that we're kind of moving away from and walking into what's next for us. So maybe you might have been waiting for something, maybe things have been prolonged, and you're reflecting on that and just walking into the new, which is going to be that Queen of Pentacles energy. And Pentacles still has to do with your financial, so you're walking into a better financial space. So we have some things standing up. So we have friendship, community, gathering, celebration. So you're probably celebrating something. You're coming into your friendships. Y'all are getting together. This girl, I see this as me with the shades on. Or even her right here with that cute little top, skirt, boots. You're just like, you're in your vibe. You're like, yeah, I'm in my vibe. I'm feeling good. I'm getting together with my friends, a little picnic, and the cityscape in the back. And then you have the sun energy that's in this corner. So this really has to do with putting yourself out there more, maybe coming together in more social events. And then we have the Hierophant. Hierophant and the books are surrounded by her. So she's in this space of maybe pursuing knowledge, tradition, social groups, conventionality, conformity, education, knowledge, and beliefs. So you're practicing more in the space of knowledge, maybe researching a little bit more. We got the Nine of Cups. Wishes coming true, contentment, satisfaction, success, achievements, recognition, and pleasure. So she kind of looks like it's an elder energy, so she kind of knows who she is. She's like, okay, I'm here, I'm in the vibe, and she's very comfortable in where she's at. So thus far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards thus far. Okay, so we got the difficult choices, being stuck in the middle, denial, hidden information. So maybe some information is coming forward to you, things that you don't know, but it'll be coming forward. So maybe preparing yourself for that. So the Tower moment as well. So that could be the information that's coming towards you or trying to come towards you. And then we also got the Page of Pentacles. So this has to do with ambition, diligent, goal-oriented, planner, consistent, star student. So this has to it's kind of ties into the Hierophant energy. You're a student of knowledge and just researching. So you're studious, grounded, loyal, faithful, and dependable. And she again is outside, so she's practicing being in the space of nature, and this has to do with the money as well. So all of this is attached to your money. This space of the Page of Pentacles, and then she has what looks like a basket of bread and flowers. That could also be significant symbolism, so like bread and flowers. And then I'll stop here because a few more came out. We got the Queen of Swords, which has to do with honest, independent, principled, fair, providing constructive criticism, objective and perceptive. So she spends time on the decisions that she's making. We also receive the Page of Wands, which has to do with adventure, excitement, fresh ideas, cheerfulness, energy, fearlessness, and extroversion. So you're racing towards something because he's in a race here, but you're you're like pivoting forward. Like he's getting a springboard forward. We also received the Four of Wands. They're standing in front of a house and they're doing like a pose. So this has to do with community, home, celebration. So your community is going to be involved in your home, your celebration, reunions, parties, gatherings, stability, and belonging, a sense of belonging. And then the next thing that we received is the moon. This probably came up because we're coming into a full moon, and maybe being very introspective because it talks about complexity, confusion. And when you come into a full moon, the first thing that occurs is the new moon. You plant your seeds of what you want to come into fruition, and then the actual full moon is where these things are benefited forward. And then the Judgment card. This has to do with self-evaluation, awakening, renewal energy, and it's like the angel playing the like just to a calling for something, and they're like showing praise to him, and they're just free. You know, the girls here, they're free, they're in their space, they're very naked in what they, you know, feel within their vibe. So that has to do with the self-evaluation, so maybe paying attention to your body as well. And then the Lovers is at the bottom. So this has to do with unions, partnerships. Maybe you're in your union that is guided by this angel, and balance and unity. So you're coming into a space of unity. So that is the read for today. I hope that you guys received this message, and I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.